tight. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty tight. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty tight. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty tight. Boots on the ground.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you join us from. Thank y'all again for stopping by the live stream. Hey, Michael B., thank you so much for your support, brother. I really appreciate it. You won't regret it. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I see Jacob Tanjay on here. I'm pretty sure Michael Beach Your Life will show up at some point. All my old heads, Jeffrey Tyler, Robert Dame, Doubtful Genius, all you guys, man, thank y'all for your support over the years. Any new viewers and subscribers watching, welcome. And anybody catching us on replay, the peso is 55.56. It's creeping back up. I mean, I'm happy for that. I hope it doesn't go down to 54 like Michael Beach Your Life he predicted by the end of the year. I hope it heads towards 60 like it was before. I don't know if anybody can remember, but it was close to 60. It was 59. I think the most I've seen it this year was since I've been over here, 59.23. What's up, the poor man's passport guy? He said, hey, y'all, sun goes down at 4:30 here. Get me sleepy all the time. Yeah, and the reason I did it at 10:30 because of the daylight savings time, and then it goes back to the time goes back. So it's 9:30 on the East Coast, which is what I go by with my time. What's up, Retired 2019, Kamal? But we always have a topic. Too much of a good thing never gets old. Is life really this good here? And I got that topic right out of my comments off my vlog where I'm talking about I'm going home after 5 years. The guy says, say it isn't so that Sunshine Shoulders has gotten bored of the Philippines. It never gets old over here, man. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, we're going to talk about some stuff. But really the short answer to that is yes, life is really this good for a lot of us over here. I mean, thousands of people who don't have a YouTube channel to tell you how good they have it over here. The Philippines is a cheat code to happiness. That's what I wrote down here for a lot of people. Now, remember, happiness is in the heart of the beholder, meaning you're the beholder. It's not some spook. It's you. If you're happy, then you're happy. I can't say you're not. You can't lie to yourself. But, you know, we got so many people now, you know, it's become hip to put the Philippines down. They'll tell you, he's being disingenuous. He's being fake. So people are embarrassed to tell you how happy they are, but I'm not one of them. But yeah, I'm going home after 5 years, and I don't even know what I'm going home to. I could even make a whole video about that because people will never understand your decision to be here in the first place. I've got a brother, and we were close growing up. He's 7 years younger than me. He hasn't spoken to me since I've been here. He's mad at me because I'm here in the Philippines. He's never told me why. And so when we decided to move overseas and all that, we have to live with the consequences of our decision. But I don't know how I'll be accepted over there. I don't even know what I'm going into. Is it a hornet's nest? I don't know. But after 5 years, you know, I'm going home. But let's talk about this today. And I want y'all's input too. Anybody that's over here in the Philippines or who's been here before and had a good time. Because I've been here on and off for 15 years. It'll be 15 years in April. And I promise you, man, it just never gets old to me. Life is that good for me over here. That's why, you know, the guy says, oh, it's okay to be homesick. I'm not homesick, but I have to go home. There's some pressing circumstances, and I got some more bad news that I was expecting but not wanting to hear. But yeah, it's all come together for me over here, man. And I've met so many people here who say that they'll never go home. They're never going back to the United States. I hear that word never a lot over here, man. Because they like it so much over here. It isn't all those other places, but it doesn't have to be. Hey, Elliot, what's going on? What's up? WC Consistent said, what's up, Cal? About to start my morning walk in Thailand. Yeah, I know you over there, man. Hell, why don't you send me another video, man? But it's so crazy because people are embarrassed to tell you how happy they are over here. You're not supposed to be happy here. Remember, this is the Philippines. How can you be happy over there? But that's what we want to talk about. It never gets old for me, man. What's up, Yardy? Dad Master Rick says, hey, Cal, hope everything goes smooth back in the U.S. Me too, man. I promise you, me too. Because, like I said, I don't know what I'm walking back into. I know what I left. And just like I said on my video, sometimes we have to remind ourselves why the hell we made the decision to come here in the first place. Because you have to have a compelling reason to move 8,000 miles away. And a lot of times the bad things, the reason we left, it fades. It fades away. So you have to be reminded. Hey, Michael B. He said, when might you return to the Philippines? I'm not going to be there long. I'm just going to be there as long as it takes for me to take care of my business, because once I get that divorce and I make my first court appearance, I'm leaving after that. I mean, the law is what I'm paying him for. Hey, Doug, he said, hello from Louisville. You know, it's funny because I was chatting with a guy today on Facebook. I don't even have winter clothes. I don't even have a winter coat. And he came up with a great idea. He said, Calvin, why don't you order one off of Shopee? And I said, maybe I'll order one off of Amazon. But I don't even have a winter coat. I do have a pair of blue jeans that I brought over here 5 years ago, the only pair. And then I can still wear them. And I did have a pullover, a nice pullover sweatshirt, but I'm not sure if it's in there or not, or if I left it in Zamboanga. I can't remember. Yeah, I plan on coming to Florida anyway, because I'm going to tell you, that's going to be the culture shock. This damn winter, man. I haven't felt that cold blast in over 5 years, and it's going to be cold when I come back to Louisville. He said, what's going on, brother? On your way home, you should stop in Florida. We'll go hang out. I got a couple of brothers down in Florida. Because y'all know I love the warm weather. What's up, Michael Alexander? Thanks for joining us, brother. Elliot said, Calvin, the unknown is just that, the unknown. You're going to be fine. You have a goal, and that's to just take care of business. You're right. And remember, we talked about that. I like the uncertainty. I don't like certainty, man. A lot of people do. I don't want to know when I'm going to die. I don't even want to know when the check's in the mail. I like to be surprised. I like to go to the mailbox, because that's one thing I miss about America. You get the mail runs every single day except for Sunday. You don't know what you're going to get. I just like to see the mailman walking up the street. You just get that anticipation. Maybe I'm getting something today. But yeah, I don't like the certainty of it all, man. And that's one thing that I think I like about the Philippines, because every day is something different. You know, but people are happy here. And then, you know, they always ask me, well, what do you think happens to people when they come over here? I don't really know, man. I mean, it could be the change of environment. It could be they found the love of their life, the attention that we get over here, because Filipinos have a way of making you feel special. Whatever it is, it puts a smile on your face. What times the traveler says, I'm here 3 months out of the year. The first week in the States, I got held up coming out the grocery store. Wow. 2 weeks after that, my car got broken into. Wow. I was ready to go back to the Philippines after a month. Man, that's crazy. And see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what. See, I sleep good here. Vince Lawson says it's fun in the Philippines, but after 5 months, it's refreshing to hit the restart button and get back to the norm. Yeah, happiness is in the heart of the beholder, Vince. For some of us, man, we the fun and all that. I've been there and done that, man. If I never have fun ever again, I've had enough fun. You just got to put it into context, and it's got to be like, well, what's your definition of fun? Because I got on here, what's the definition of the good life anyway? But, to each his own. Some people, like I said, they can't take a whole year here. Because one guy said, man, there's no way I could have stayed in the Philippines 5 years straight. Well, that's you. We're different. We're running from something totally different. I'm trying to escape something totally different. There's no blueprint over here. I don't see what's so hard about living here in the Philippines. Because I've got a good thing over here. It never gets old. And life is really that good for me here. I have my days. But I'm not one of them. I'm not going to put the Philippines down, because the Philippines is the Philippines. Wherever I go, I take myself with me. Cedric Jow said, what's up, big bro? First stop in the Matrix, we hit in Chicago, Cut Steakhouse. Man, that's one of the things I really, really miss. I'm not going to lie. Is a good T-bone steak, man. Medium well. Now, when you tell people medium well here, they give it to you rare. They give it to you medium. I want it medium well. I like my steak done. I don't like it tough. And I don't like it well done, but medium well, just a shade of pink in there, but not pink or red and all that. Give me some good A1 steak sauce on it. Even I'll take some Heinz 57, believe it or not. With old nice buttery roll. And I got to have that lobster tail. Tito Charles said, Cal, if you're landing in O'Hara, maybe I can meet you there before your next flight. Yeah, well, see, when I get home, I don't fly in little regional flights. I'm going to ride the Greyhound from Chicago to Louisville. Because I'm not in a hurry. I'm retired. But yeah, man, I want to hang out in Chicago. I'll probably just go to. Only thing I know about Chicago is the Magnificent Mile, the Gold Coast. That's the only place I go. Now, we did the last time I was in Chicago, we were staying on the Magnificent Mile, but we did go to that Seafood World and the Jollibee. I think it's in, what's that place where Al Capone used to be? Thank you. 20er. Able. I mean, how you pronounce that? Thank you for that super chat. Super sticker. What's up, man? He said, I don't want my steak to move when I cut into it. Yeah, I've got to have it medium well. Yeah, I got to have it medium well. But yeah, it'd be good to meet a lot of you guys. There's a lot of people that follow my channel from Chicago, Texas, Florida. And I'm meeting more and more people from Kentucky. Actually, a guy came here from Louisville, Kentucky, and met me. He bought me a T-shirt in Sicky Hall. And it's just a surreal feeling when you meet people like that. He said it's 85 degrees here in South Florida, but Florida, just like I never left the Philippines. Yeah, it's about 82 here. That's the average temperature here. That's one of the things I love here, man. That never gets old to me. Some people tell me, oh, well, man, we miss the snow. I don't miss that snow and all that ice and the way people drive. I don't. Yeah, Mike, you're right. I mean, you hit this on the nose. He said, remember, most of what people worry about never occurs. Yeah, about 92%. And I learned that when I was in the Philippines. I was in a taxi and a commercial came on. They were promoting a psychologist's office or a psychiatrist's office, and it says, stop worrying because 92% of the things you worry about never happen. And it says the 8% that do happen, it says worrying won't help. But, try to tell people not to worry, Mike. That's part of our DNA now. Hey, Elliot, thank you for your super chat. She says, we got you here in Houston, Calvin. Let's have a meet and greet here in Texas, and everybody can come here. That'll be nice. That's going to be so nice. Because somebody told me, they said, why don't you have a meet and greet when you get here? Man, that would be good. If I could just find like a neutral location, I might go around. Hell. Sam McCall says, when you need a restart and have the means, restart. From, how you pronounce it? Kuala Lumpur, with my life partner on cruise ship, eating all kinds of cuisine. Yeah, man. So you're on that cruise now. Paul Berry said, fear makes the wolf seem larger than it is. It absolutely does. Sperling Elvis says, I found out and can make it here. Now I just need to live off the ocean side. That's me. I was talking to a guy. I'm going to post it just for fun, really. It's not for views or anything, but I was invited. One of my subscribers, he's a friend. I consider him a friend now. His name is Warren. He had a birthday party for his 3-year-old son. I mean, it was so extravagant. I mean, you can ask Marilyn. We thought we were in the wrong place. I mean, this party was fit for a king, literally, And they had a magic, magician and everything there. And I filmed the magician. I'm going to post it. But that's what he said. He lives on Sapaway Island. That island's about 8 minutes from here. And he said he likes it over there. He said there's no foreigners over there. Because I thought maybe he needed somebody to talk to. He likes it over there. He said, I got to have the water. If I'm going to be in the Philippines, I've got to have the water. And he's like me, really. I'm thinking of taking up this lady, taking up her offer. She's got another place right on the beach in Siquijor. She wants $12,500. It's just a studio with a bathroom, but it's got everything in there: refrigerator, television, and it's closer to the beach than the one I had. Cisco International says anything more than medium rare is overcooked. Go eat a hamburger. Yeah. Well, I know why people do it. They want it tender. And if you keep on cooking, it gets tough. But if you know what you're doing, if you tenderize that thing, man, I love a medium well steak. Yeah, okay. I don't have any candy. Ask your mother for candy. DW said best wishes from Portland, Oregon. Thank you. Yeah, he said thumbs up, guys. Tita Johnson, Calvin, is the divorce the most stressing part of your return to the U.S.? I hope so. Then all will be well. Not really, because I was having a discussion with a guy today on Facebook. He said, hey, if she's married, if your marriage goes over 10 years, she's going to get your Social Security and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Well, I told him I'm really not worried about that because it won't affect my Social Security. I said, remember, we do have an 11-year-old son. that would be like giving the child support for her. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that I don't want that hanging over my head, Tito Child, or this identity theft thing. It really has me up, the identity theft, not the divorce. Because I know how easy it is in America. I don't know why she's not pursuing it, because I said, I'll pay you for it. And how easy would that be? I'm way over here. She could go to court and boom, that's it. But for some reason, she's not doing it. And if that is the reason, because she wants my Social Security help, she should say that. Because let's see, July will be 10 years that we married. We were together 10 years before we broke up, but July will be 10 years when she will be in the States. W Secrets of Success, thanks for that super sticker. But that's not, I just want that out of the way. I mean, we're not together. You know, it's just something that people always slap me over the head with online. You know, it's just one less thing that they can talk about, you know. Because we got some immature people, man, that stop on YouTube. You know, YouTube's really no different than Facebook. You know, you can make the comment and any type of comment you want, really. Hey, we are one. He says, have a safe trip, Sunshine. All the best for you and your family. Please keep the videos coming if you can. I will, man. I have so much to talk about over there. I mean, but it's so crazy because my Facebook, I don't know why, but it's full of stuff from America. You know, I'm talking about what's really popular. And I'm in the Philippines, but all my feed is from America. Charleston White, Deion Sanders, Jason Whitlock, what else? Willie D. You know, it's just all this gossip stuff. Cam Newton. Everybody's got a talk show now. I mean, I'm like, with these sports guys, you know, every sports player or ex-sports player, they've got a podcast now because people, that's all they want to talk about. Is these old war stories. That's what fills my news feed up on YouTube. He says, you don't have to tenderize good steak. Come back to California and I'll show you. Man, now see, that's what I need to do. Because I'm going to tell you something. My wife, my Filipino wife, I've had some real luck with being with women who can cook. She was an excellent cook, man. I mean, really. She gets paid to cook in America right now. That's not her job. They, you know, the other Filipinos, they're hard to cook their little gatherings and stuff. But boy, could she cook a steak. Because in Zamboanga, I don't know if you know or not, but they sell T-bone steaks in the grocery store in Zamboanga, but they're small. I mean, they're really small, but they're T-bone steaks, and boy, are they delicious. It's the only place I've ever seen. I mean, and they're so cheap. I think now when I was there, the last time I was really there buying stuff like that, I want to say 2021, right before Booby was born. And well, I think it was like $199 a kilo. 199 pesos for the kilo. Robert Dane says, believe it or not, I saw my father eat raw hamburger sandwiches many times in my life growing up. Wow. What's that all about, Robert? Yeah, but I've frozen my credit. What's up, Philip? Oh, okay, you're in Da Nang. You're in Vietnam. So are you going to do your cruise, Philip? Because I know Sam's on his, and I'm going to tell you guys something. Sam put me up on something. Me and Merlin had saw the advertisement when we were buying our tickets for the To-Go. But you know, you can come over here and take a cruise, but it's only one way. Sam McCall said, Brother Calvin, Boracay, Puerto Princesa, Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia, Nha Trang, Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying that. Got new stamps from my partner's passport. Yeah, now see, that's smart. Especially if you're trying to get that that visitor's visa, the tourist visa to the United States, which that's a whole other story, guys. We come over here and we give these visas away for a penny, and we have no idea how hard it is for certain countries to get into America. They literally give their lives for it, and we give it away for nothing. But yeah, I think he's trying to. You and your partner, you wanting to take her back to the United States with you. So that's a great idea. TJ's doing the same thing. He got the big one over with Japan. But I think you're going to be all right now, Sam, because you're taking that cruise. Hell, she could have got off anywhere and run if she wanted to. Cedric Nash said, Cal, you're a good man. You do a lot of good for people. You're a man of your word. I love about you. And when you have to deal with something, you deal with it. That's the way I was raised. Yeah, you can't run from everything, man. And we're at a stage in our life, Cedric, where I just don't want to live like that, man. I'm not 20, 21 anymore. It's hard to live in two places at one time, man. You can't have any peace. He said, any meet and greets before you leave? I'll be in Cebu in 2 weeks. Probably here in San Carlos City. Samson Joy says, hey, Cal from North Washington, D.C. I got a friend here from D.C. right now. He's in Cebu. Joe Wilkins said, Calvin, according to the current Social Security guidelines, if you're married at least 10 years, she can only receive a part of it. My sister just went through this, and hers is partial, not all. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me. You know, I don't have anything against my ex. You know, believe it or not, man. We were the best of friends. We never argued. We never fought. This was never a part of the plan. But you have to understand, guys, y'all think I just be on here yapping. When you take a Filipino back to your home country, there's going to be a clique. There's going to be a circle that forms around her, and she's going to start listening to them. And somebody told her that, hey, you know, if you're outside the United States for a certain amount of time, you can lose your visa, right? And it just worried her to death. And instead of her talking to me about it, because I would have told her, I said, okay, so what? As long as you're married to me, a visa won't be nothing. We'll just go and reapply for it again. But just like I said on the video, they're going to become more important to her than you. They're certainly going to take their word over yours. And that's what it was. And I'm like, and then next thing you know, the pandemic struck. Well, it's too late now. Because see, now they're going to give you a waiver. They're not going to, if you're stuck outside the country, they're not going to penalize you and take your visa away. You would have had plenty of time, but that's water under the bridge. He said, Cal, make sure you don't get a tube stay. Is that funny? No. I give that to Maryland. She gets the tube stay. That's funny, King Arthur. Ronald Country Boy, it says, I saw a vlog in the Philippines that interviewed a young man that said he was your nephew. I can't remember what city in the Philippines, but he said you was his uncle. Well, a lot of people say that. They call me uncle. But I'm not their real uncle. All of my nephews are on that hamster wheel. They got good jobs, but they're on that hamster wheel. One is in Iraq. He's a carpenter. So you know what kind of money he's earning. One just bought a house in Bardstown, Kentucky. And yeah, they're not over here. I'm the only one that made the decision to move overseas. I may be, other than my nephew who's in Iraq, because he has to have a passport. I think me and him are the only ones with a passport book. I believe my sister and brother have a passport card where you can go on those cruises and stuff. But they've never been out of the country. I mean, they've never been overseas. You know, Jamaica and all that, the West Indies and all that, it doesn't count, guys. But yeah, life is good here. You know, I never had a massage ever in my life until I came to the Philippines in 2009. I was 45 years old, and I was staying at the Diplomat Hotel in Cebu. Now, I don't know what that place looks like now. It's still open. I don't know if they did any renovations or something, but right on the ground floor, they had a massage place. And I said, well, let me go in and try it, man. It was really good. And I was getting a massage every day. Somebody told me, well, you know, it's not good to get a massage every day. But I did it anyway. Hell, it wasn't nothing but $5. But that's why life is so good over here. I mean, I'd never experienced that before. Now I'm hooked on it. I'm going to get me a nice T-bone steak. Now, of course, I love tacos. I like those homemade tacos with the soft shell. But I can get them in Cebu. You go to that La Lucha, Michael Beach Your Life turned us on to that. That's an authentic Mexican place. If you're in Cebu, anywhere around Mango Square, La Lucha. But of course, you know, macaroni and cheese and all that. He said, yeah, Cal, your wife blew it. I'm sure her life in the USA is a struggle. Well, from what I heard, you know, she's with a man who seems to take good care of her, but I'm getting some bad feedback. And that's another reason I got to get home, you know. But yeah, she certainly blew it. The life I'm living now, she was supposed to be living with me. But remember, you know, you can't change people, man. I don't have that kind of power. And she was worried about that damn visa expiring, man. And I'm thinking to myself, lady, don't you realize as long as you're married to me, a visa's the least of your worries? That's the least of your worries. And so she went on over there, retired 2019, got a job, was staying with one of her friends. Well, hell, I never signed up for that. I went on the damn dating site and met Marilyn. I'm sorry, you know, they can call me whatever they want to call me. Oh, you're unethical. Well, you're not a saint. I never signed up for that. And yeah, in my opinion, she deserted me. She wasn't living up to her end of the bargain because there was no reason for her to leave. It'd be different if we're starving over here and she has to go overseas to work. And she didn't need to do that. She left of her own free will. What's up, Michael Beach Your Life? He said, Cal, you turning back to the Philippines or staying in the U.S. for good? No, I'm coming here. I want, you know, remember we hear that word never a lot over here. I'll never live in the United States for good, ever again. I've lived there my whole life. I was 55 when I moved here. I think I've given them enough. And I love America, don't get me wrong, but I just I'm going to be like Andrew Carnegie or Carnegie, how you want to pronounce it. He says, see as much of the world as you possibly can. I enjoy a life over here, and I'm not ashamed to say it because some people are ashamed to say it. I enjoy things over here that I know I couldn't have at home, but that's the whole point of being in the Philippines. That's my whole point of being over here. I want to enjoy a better life. I want to enjoy things that I wouldn't be able to enjoy at home, like a massage. I like a younger woman who's attractive and, you know, caters to my needs. Because I'm going to talk about that on my next video, guys. You know, that caters to my every whim. I wouldn't have that over there. Though, you know, summertime every damn day. Yeah, I got it good over here. Now, I won't live in America again, you know. I haven't even left the Philippines, and I miss it already. I promise you I do. I miss it. I know the minute I wake up over there, and it's cold, and the wind's blowing, nobody's out on the street, I'm going to be thinking about the sunshine over here, 20, and the beaches and everything else. Ramen King says, I tried Manila, but it's not for me. I just brought a ferry ticket to move to Dumaguete. It would take 2 days to get there, so I arrived January 2nd. Yeah, you probably riding the same boat I rode many times. What are your accommodations? I hope you got the suite, because the one thing about being on that To-Go Ramen King is you're always going to get in the room with a snore. And I mean, boy, can Filipinos snore. It was so bad. Okay, we were coming back from Bacolod, which is only 19 hours. And I could hear the guy snoring through the wall. I have to, well, like I said, yeah, that's for you, Frank. He said the best massager in Thailand. No, I can take you right now, and I guarantee you, I can take you to a place here called El Fisher Hotel in Bacolod, up on the 4th floor. And they'll give you the best massage you've ever had in your life. These are professional masseuses. I'm talking about, these aren't these off the street type. See, when I was in Thailand, you know, that's what I got because I didn't know any better. We were on Soy 11, I think, me and Eric Terry. He wanted he was looking for a nice looking woman to give him a massage. I didn't care. I just wanted a massage. But this El Fisher Hotel in Bacolod, I'm talking about for years. You know, remember, I've been here for almost 5 years in San Carlos City. I've never gotten a bad massage. Now it's $450, which is a lot in Filipino standards, because you can go to Cebu and get a good one for $250, but it's usually somewhere around $3. But I guess because it's in a hotel, but you're not going to get a better massage. They'll put you to sleep 100% of the time. It's clean. I mean, this place is top of the line. It's the best I've ever had in 15 years. And I will take a bus. It takes 2.5 hours on bus to get to Bacolod from here just to get a massage. We've done it before, because over here, man, we just don't have it. I'm thinking about opening up a massage place here. I could make that guest house a massage. I saw somebody ask the question. Here it is. He said, La Lucha. He said, I'm going to check it out when I'm in Cebu. Yeah, do that. It's right in Mango Square. It's delicious. It's not Mexican food with Filipino ingredients. No, this is real Mexican food. And they got this orange sauce, man. Just trust me. It's delicious, man. And he said, what's going to happen with your guest house? It's going to be empty. I'm already going to give Maryland the word. Nobody's going to be in there. Nobody's in there now. Nobody even stays in there when there's no guests. Nobody stays there. Her mother could stay there if she wants to, but she don't. She'd rather sleep. She got a little mattress that she sleeps on here in the living room. Even though there's a bed, extra bed in the girls' room, there's a whole guest house there. She feels comfortable doing that. And hell, who am I to tell her? She'll be 68 on Friday, man. This woman's got 3 jobs. King Arthur said, Cal, have you ever had a fish taco? I haven't, and I always hear that, and I just can't wrap my mind around it, King, because, you know, I like sour cream and, you know, the chili sauce or whatever it is, you know, the taco sauce. I can't see that going with fish. Okay, 9 days. Oh, you're 9 days into this cruise already. Oh, they've got burritos too. This place is authentic, man. Ask Michael Beach of Life. He's on here. It's the real deal, man. I'm telling you. I can eat 3 of them big. They call them big tacos. And they'll give you your choice of beef, chicken, whatever it is, a few meats. I'm telling you, it's legit Mexican food in Cebu. Yeah, they're going to miss me. You know, I'm going to miss Booby really bad, but it's something I gotta go, man. You know, and then like I said, remember I go by my gut instinct. I'd already made the decision to go, and then my daughter was telling me about my grandson. He's having some trouble in school, and they want to do some testing and all this and all that, right? And I can't sleep. I'm like, he's only 6. And the next damn day, he calls me on the FaceTime, right? But I'd already made my decision to go. Then, I get some information. My sister got uterine cancer, and everything. And, I want to check on my son, because I kind of figured that situation was going to be shaky, guys. We live in America, man. We live in the state of Kentucky. My ex-wife lives with a white man. And, I knew when she brought my son into that house, it wasn't going to be peaches and cream, guys. But you can't tell. See, the one thing about Filipinos, man, they're hard-headed. You cannot tell them anything. And then I guess after we're being split up, I really can't tell her anything. I was like, look, you need to think about what you're doing, and so I just got to go home, man, and yeah, Maryland's already devastated, but, it has to be, that's just a small sacrifice, man. Remember, yeah, you can still use it. When are you going to be here, California World Travel? Because I still may be here when you come. Yeah, he said a man with options should never settle. That's the truth. But yeah, man, I never had a massage here, and some of the things I enjoy over here, I just simply wouldn't have in America. If you're gonna get your heart broke, it's best to get it broke over here because you're gonna have a rebound, man, to help heal your broken heart. In America, man, if you go through a heartache, man, it lasts a long time. You're gonna be, somebody who's really going to help you heal, where you can almost forget about your past love or whatever it was, a relationship. See, you can have that over here. And for me, I like that option because love hurts, man, when, everybody on here is old enough to know we've fallen in love. Our definition of love. And, when you break up like that, and it hurts, man. Especially if she rebounds before you do, then that's extra, salt in the wound. He said, fixing what isn't broken, that's a fatal flaw in this country. Yeah, man. Say it. See, that's what I say over here. If it's not broke, I'm certainly not going to break it. You know that saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, if it ain't broke, don't break it, because that's what we'll do. Yeah, well, it really doesn't matter, because Biden ain't running nothing. Biden ain't running nothing, man. That's why we got the 3 branches of the government. The president is only a figurehead. Like I said, you can't name 4. Well, let's make it interesting since we got the Google. You can't name 5 of the Supreme Court justices whose decisions have a whole lot more to do with your life than the president. Certainly your school board, your city council, your mayor, state legislation, and your governor before it ever reaches Biden, man. Come on, guys. Every state is like its own country for real. If you didn't know that by now, that's the thing about the United States. One thing that I don't like about you is too much rhetoric. It's too much ignorance going on over there. People don't read. They don't know what's really going on. They got you focused on the president when you should be focused on who's on your damn school board, who's on your city council. Those are the decision makers in your life that's going to affect you and your taxes and all that. But we're worried about Biden. I don't give a damn about Biden. Who's the governor? That's who I want to talk to, the governor of Kentucky. I'm having problems. State legislatures and all of that, man. State senators and all of that. Because Biden and Trump probably belong to a lot of the same country clubs and stuff over there. Hey, Michael, see in the Philippines said, "Good morning, bro. You can't worry about everything. Life is very short. Do what you can, when you can, and while you can. The information you give is very real. You're a real person, just like the earthquake video." Yeah, thank you, man. You're right about that. You got to do what you can, when you can, while you can. And I don't worry a whole lot, but I do worry about my children. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I was telling the guy today. I've got children there and I've got a life here. How do I come up with some type of compromise that's going to work? I don't think he can, other than going back and forth all the time. And, as I get older, those plane rides are torture on me. But I think, other than that, because we have to live with the consequences of our decisions. But you're right. Most of the stuff I don't worry about. I don't worry about what people think about me. Hey, what time is it, Travels? Thanks for that super sticker. And like the guy said, most of the stuff that we worry about, it never happens anyway. Oh, yeah, I'll be here, California. So, yeah, you already penciled in. Yeah, that's my buddy. See, and see that he will make me go to jail or get killed. When you start hearing stuff through the grapevine, I'll tell you, man, it just bothers me. I'm like, don't be stupid at the expense of our son. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a damn about you and that man, but don't put him over your son. Just let me shut up, man, because, this shit makes me mad. But they will be a damn doormat. And, yeah. I'm just saying, I know okay, I'm talking about race relations in America. I'm talking about Louisville, Kentucky, the neighborhood that they live in, where this guy is from. They do not like black people there, where he's from. Okay, period. End of story. So when I'm telling her that and say, hey, look, I know where he's from over there. He's not going to get along with Gabe. Okay, he may for a little while to please you, but after a while, reality's going to set in. How's he going to be around his friends and family? They're going to be saying stuff, What's up? And see, he came here, Chef Kevin from Kentucky. He came here, man, visited me, gave me a nice Louisville shirt. He said, when are you in Louisville? Let's meet for lunch. I owe you a lot. Oh, man, most definitely. Most definitely. But, yeah, you can't tell them anything, and, so I'm going to get off of that because that keeps me up at night because I don't want to go to jail. I don't want any problems with anybody. I mean, because so when I go there and file for divorce, I'm filing for custody of my son. Yeah, they, come on, guys. Y'all know that the president is only a figurehead, man. Honestly. Tito Cha said they love to blame Democrats. It's your state legislature, that's calling the bad shots for you. Absolutely. I don't get it. I don't get that, guys. You should know that by now. Yeah, he's going to stay in America. He likes America, but I mean, if push comes to shove and I get custody, he's going to come with me. If he would have come with me, Jacob Tanja, it would have been like he was living in America. I was going to give him that Western lifestyle, but I never got the chance. He missed his mother so much, and I can understand. He left when he was 10 years old. I'm like, when I was 10, man, there's no way I could be without my mother. That was the bond we had. But I never was given a chance, so now he's there, and just heard some stuff. I don't know if it's true or not, but more than likely it probably is, because I was expecting it. He said, Calvin, do you think you ever have your son with you in the Philippines? I would love to, but I don't believe he would want to be here. He loves it there. Okay, he was born here. 2 years old, he went to America. Okay, at, let's see, 2018. 6 years old, he came back. And he didn't like it here. Oh, man, it would be, man, to meet a lot of you guys when I get over there, and I will. He says, Democrat, Republican, they're the same. Yeah, everybody's just trying to get paid. Thank you. You know, I'm not even fighting her. I mean, we're friends, really. I've never been mad at her. I was just disappointed that she listened more to her friends than me. I mean, you know, there's no way you're going to lose your visa being married to me. Okay, you lose it, we'll reapply. We're still together. I mean, what are you worried about? I mean, I just, you know, he said, my ex-wife is still a hater and we've been divorced 25 years. Yeah, see, I don't have a problem with her or my ex-American wife, really. Because, you know, life goes on and you go through those stages, Mike. You know the stages you go through. Anybody's ever been through a breakup or divorce, you know, the anger, you know. Then you, at some point, you get to the point where you start accepting it. And then you move on. And really, I could sit in the party with him and her right now. It's been that long. I mean, my feelings aren't there like that anymore. But I'm saying when it comes to my son, that's something totally different. You know, now you know, you're going to start heating things up doing that, you know, especially when I told you, you don't know about America. You certainly don't know about Louisville, Kentucky the way I do. I don't know about the Philippines like she does. So maybe you need to listen to me when it comes to my country. Because I'm certainly listening to you when it comes to yours. That's the problem I have, man. It's going to come a time in your relationship, and this happens 100% of the time. The Filipinos are going to think they know more than you. They are. And it's going to piss you off. You're going to be like, well, you sure forget where you came from. No, I'm not. Because we're coming back. And then he says, Leo's vlog, he said, I just got here. Are you taking Maryland with you and Booby? No. By the time the ink would dry on their applications, Leo, I'll already be back. You know, Booby, we're in the process of getting her U.S. citizenship. But, you know, that she doesn't even want to come to America. Yeah, AB, you're right. Say, hey, Calvin, remember, don't major in the mind and stay focused and raise your sharp. Yeah, you're right, man. It's just hard, man, sometimes. Especially when, you know, you try to explain things to people and they just won't listen. He says the biggest obstacles between us and Filipinos is the cultural difference. Yeah, and the biggest of all those cultural differences is money. Money's the biggest culture clash you're going to have because you're going to view money. See, the Philippines I deal with, let me keep it on me. They live a hand-to-mouth existence. So everything they have, they spend. So when they get with you, that's not going to change. They're going to spend more than they're used to spending because it's there. They're not used to saving. There's no saving habit involved. You got to teach them that. And if you don't teach them that, man, you're going to be in big trouble. That's the biggest culture clash. Anything else, you can really work it out. Food, all that. There's only so many ways you can cook chicken, fish, beef, and pork. But when it comes to that money, that's the biggest culture clash. You know, I had to sit Maryland down and say, look, you're spending too much money. You know, I don't care how much you try to build up that the children's father. You wasn't living like this. You weren't spending that kind of money. I'm sorry. You need to tone it down. because they'll spend it all until it's gone. They'll just keep on spending because it's there. They have no concept of saving. Bob Chief Whiten says, Calvin from Germany. My friends are from Chicago and Atlanta. I love to travel to Thailand for lady boys. Have you did also? I've been to Thailand, but not for lady boys. I mean, you know, to each his own, Bob, but that's not what I do. No, I'm not judging people on race. I'm talking about race relations, okay? All right. Yeah, it flips two ways. Okay, but I'm telling you from experience, you can't walk in my shoes, Matthew. My shoes are too big for you. Okay. You can't tell me what I've experienced in my life. And I don't apologize for what I say. I'm just going to say it and deal with the consequence. I'm telling you that I have a problem with the way I'm hearing that my son's being treated. I know why he's being treated that way. So you manage your own business. Tito Chá said, Cal, we're living our best life at 60. Don't go home and fall for the first world trap. Yeah, I'm not. So, I'm going to just do what I can do, what's in my control. Okay, a lot of stuff, like Michael C. says, you can't worry about it. It's out of your control, really. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to man his own business. We can easily, remember I just made the live stream I was talking about. We always want to tell people how to, we're always in somebody else's business over there. Manage your own business, right? That's what Reverend Ike said. Somebody asked him, they said, hey, what's the key to success, Reverend Ike? And he said, mind your own business. That's the key. It's too much going on in my life to worry about somebody else's life. Yeah, they're always going to listen to their friends, man, and this is something that but that, I really don't have a problem with that. The money thing is what I have a real problem with. Because, they can listen to them all they want, but when you were starving, where were they? See, this is why I used to tell my wife all the time, you want to listen to them, people don't care about you. When you were over here eating rice and salt, they didn't give a damn about you. Okay? If it was up to them, they would have left you over here. Okay? It was my sacrifices that brought you over there. See, sometimes you got to remind them because they'll forget real quick which side their bread is buttered on. And you got to bring their feet right back down to earth. Because if not, they're going to forget, man. Yeah, let's keep it cordial, guys. It's not about that. I mean, he just needs to, in certain things, just mind your own business, man. How you going to tell me how to feel about my son? Hey, E.C. Buono. So good morning, Cal. I applaud you going back to handle your business. I implore you to be careful on U.S. soil. Too much bullshit going on over there. Wouldn't want you to get caught up in that. Yeah, see, and it's so easy. It's so easy to get caught up in it, man. Because people are so miserable over there. They'll kill you for nothing. Look at this professor. Now, he's a damn professor. Surely he's earning good money at the UNLV. So what would have ticked him off that bad that you want to kill innocent people and then kill yourself? Well, get killed. Okay? It doesn't make sense to me, man. Life is precious. Life is sacred to me. And I found a good thing over here. I miss the Philippines already. I haven't even left. Because if it's anything like it was when I left, I don't want any parts of it. But I've got to remind myself why I'm here 8,000 miles away and I left all that behind. Because now I'm over here living good and you forget sometimes. Yeah, he doesn't know the rule. And yeah, I don't know. Yes, they're peculiar mental twist. But sometimes you have to bring them right down, back down to earth. Because they'll get over there with that foolishness, man. You know, the first thing, believe it or not, that my wife bought when she got over to America was a $300, it was on sale for $300 Michael Kors purse. Because her friends, they all carrying them, right? This isn't her. That's not who she is. You know where that $300 purse is right now? My hand, this is facts. It's being used as a storage bin down in Zamboanga City in her mother's house right now. They got clothes and stuff in it. They're using it. It might as well be a cardboard box. That's facts. I am going to have a meet and greet, yeah. At some point, probably in Louisville when I'm home, you know. Because all that old traveling, man, I'm going to tell you, man, traveling is just so taxing on you, man. By the time I recover from my trip, hell, I'm coming back. He says, it's always baffled me, Filipinos not knowing the value of money and saving it. Yeah, but it don't baffle me because the women we deal with, I'm not talking about the rich, and because remember, some people do have the habit of saving. It was a man that gave me that money, though. It wasn't a woman that loaned me that money to get my son out of the hospital. It was a man. But the women we deal with, man, they're living a hand-to-mouth existence. When they get paid, it's already spent. Everything's gone. There is no savings. If you want to look it up, I don't know where they get these facts from, you know, but the average amount in a bank account over here is 5,000 pesos. And I guess that's from the richest people all the way down to people who have nothing. But there's no concept of saving. You're going to have a problem with money, okay, until you teach her about saving, you know, and just sit her down like I did in Maryland. I said, look, you're spending too much money. And she's doing it because it's there to spend. They never had it like that. It's like having a faucet and, you know, just running with money. Well, you got to go over there and cut the damn faucet off. If not, because that's the way they're used to living. Spend it till it's gone. Hey, Rodney, what's going on? Yeah, you got to have a dialogue with them. It's always you constantly trying to overcome this cultural difference, which people seem to take for granted over here. Now, here's a Filipino. He'll tell you. He says, RVRV says, majority of Filipino masses don't have bank accounts. Yeah, they have no conception of savings. So the thing that, you know, people are always saying, well, you got to say no. Yeah, that's true. But when do you say no? You can't just say no all the time. You got to teach them not to ask in the first place, not to overspend in the first place. I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm saying no all the time. That's stressful. That's not the right situation. You want to be over here living your best life, see? Because too much of a good thing never gets old. It's like really that good over here. It is for a lot of us, man, not just me. I'm not trying to be fake. I'm not trying to be phony and disingenuous or anything. I'm telling you the truth. Because you hear so much negative stuff about the Philippines. You even got YouTube channels now dedicated to putting the Philippines down. I'm like, why would you even waste your time, man? If you don't like it, you know, why in the world would you sit around and waste your time making videos like that? Who watches that stuff? He said, some women are so materialistic. Will buy expensive things and let their children go hungry. She's not like that, but walking around with a $300 Michael Kors person is not her, certainly. She never earned that in a month when she was working. She's got a college degree. But it's the clique that that's going to form up around them, man. You got to be careful because you don't know what they're telling her when they're at these places. You're sitting there and they're talking about you. You know, that's just how it is. Robert Dane says, I believe if you offer the Filipino 500 pesos a day or 500 a week for a few months, she would take the 500 today. Well, because they live for today. They live hand to mouth. But it doesn't mean that they're inferior or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that these are their habits, their cultural habits. They're going to be different from yours. We could talk about cultural differences all day long, but we don't do it because we think it's no big deal, but it is. After a while, boy, you're going to be, until you come to some type of meeting in the middle, it's going to be some crazy stuff going on, man, that's going to drive your ass crazy. You know, smacking the food, it drives me crazy. I was at a restaurant, me and Marilyn, about a month ago, and she invited some of her friends to sit with us, right? Which, that's a whole other story. But this lady just smacking her food, man. I mean, to the point where I couldn't enjoy my meal. I had to get up and go to the bathroom, wipe my hand, and told them to take my food out. I can't deal with that. I mean, it was just over the top, man. Talking with food in their mouth, just crazy, man. I couldn't deal with it. My mother would slap you in the mouth if you smacked your food at the table. Dino Gaiman says, hello, I'm Dino Gordon from Jamaica. My friends average unplugged. Can't get black women. What should we do? Lady boys on us. Come on, guys, with this lady boy stuff, man. Like, come on, guys. What's up with that? I don't get it, man. Why y'all with that? There's more than lady boys over here. I mean, if that's what you're into, this is the wrong channel you're in. Paul Stanley, thanks for that super chat. He said, hate to change the subject. You don't drink the water, but do your wife or child drink out the faucet? No, but they've got good water over here. They've had excellent water, really. I mean, I've never been sick over here in the Philippines for food. Never had food poisoning. I've never had any problems with the water. I'll tell you a story, Paul Stanley. When I'm down in Zamboanga, living at my mother-in-law's place, she would make me coffee. She would boil my water every morning for my coffee when I get up. Well, hell, after about a month, my wife tells me she's getting that water from actually, I saw her putting water from the faucet into the kettle. And I said, hey, what's going on over there? And my wife said, yeah, that's what she does to boil your coffee, man. I like to had a fit, man, but I said, well, hell, I haven't been sick. But I stopped after that. You can't, I can't take that type of chance. HRC is a skank, says, I can't stand that smacking and talking with food in the mouth. It's rude as hell. So if a person has $10,000 a month coming in, where would they live in the Philippines? Anywhere they want. I'm going to tell you, Angeles City, man. Angeles City has golfing. It has everything, man. I mean, you can say that you can say, oh, BGC this and that, but I don't think BGC has a golf course. I could be wrong. But BGC, golfing, it's got everything there for you to start out with. I mean, I knew nothing about Angeles City, man. I'm just now really learning, man, and I'm really sorry, to tell you the truth. But the only thing about it's in Pampanga, so the weather can get funky sometimes. Patrick Blackrock says the art of making others happy keeps many's nose to the grindstone. Michael C says, hey, you're right, Cal. My Filipino is 50 years old, and I have to keep her focused on everything. Amen. My mother would smack me too. Yeah, I will tell you, my mother would smack you in the mouth if you smacked your food. He said, Calvin, tell me the truth. Are you able to put money back where you? That's a concern for me. I'm not in the living check all over again. You can. But remember, your greatest expense is going to be the woman laying next to you. It's a lot of things we don't put into our budget. That's why I don't talk about budgets, because I would be telling you about my budget. But it's a lot of things. It's going to depend. A lot has to do with the woman you're with, and of course where you're living. But she's going to be your greatest expense. Nothing even comes close, because you're going to have to pay for everything. You got to feed her too. You got to buy clothes. You got to buy pads and booty liners. It's not in any man's budget. But of course you can put money back. Hey, the poor man's passport guy, thanks for that super chat. He said, you are appreciated, brother. Thank you. Now, guys, if you are into lady boys and stuff, man, and I'm saying this with the highest respect, because this guy has a channel. And he's into lady boys, but he has a serious channel, and it's a good channel. Go on his channel, support him, man. A lot of guys, YouTube is funky right now. Okay, these new channels, it's hard for them to get off the ground. We need to support them. But all you have to do, if you want to talk about lady boys, go on his channel. He's straight up with his stuff. He's not hiding in the closet. Well, I've got an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old. They both smart, they're bright, young kids. It's just that my ex is dealing with a white man in America, in the state of Kentucky. All you got to do is look that up, and you know that at some point down the line, it's probably going to be trouble. That's all, and I just heard some stuff through the grapevine, and that's kind of bothering me. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to overreact. Okay. But he loves it in America. He gets to go around his sisters, which are my old, my grown daughters. See, they get him every weekend. They bring him around my side of the family, and he's happy, You can't, I'm not going to sacrifice. I'm not going to put any woman over my children. Okay, to put it like that. She's got to go. If you don't accept my kids, then, I don't care how nice looking you are and everything like that. We're not going to be together. Hey, Paul Stanley, thanks for that super chat. He said, in Angeles City, New York City, are they two different places? New Clark City. I think they're two different cities. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to get paid. Yeah. It's going to get paid. But I'm just saying we shouldn't be spending nearly as much money as we spend, because I don't spend anything. All my money goes to her and the kids and anybody else. It doesn't go to me. I got a simple life over here. Sam Champion sent me some nice shorts and workout clothes in this last Valley buying box. See, I don't even have to buy this stuff because I couldn't buy it over here anyway. It's too small. But I don't buy anything over here, man. I very seldom buy anything. Only the food, really. Street Cred says, Cal, do you remember when we met in Zam? Where's that? Where's Zam? Yeah, it's very good that he gets to hang out with his sisters. I mean, because he knows them before we came back over here. Yeah, you can put money back. Oh, Zamboanga, yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember you now. Okay. You changed your profile name again. That was cool. I went there because of you saying it wasn't that dangerous, and then I met you there. Wow, yeah. Y'all remember we met in the Burger King. Yeah, I remember you now. Yeah, I think you've got a YouTube channel. Yeah, I met him. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we were eating at Burger King. Yeah, he said he always goes for girls who want me rather than need me. Yeah, well, you better be, you don't want to date in Southeast Asia then. Because most of the time, yeah, they're going to need you, believe it or not. I mean, that's just the nature of the game, over here. Now, you're not going to be, but it's all going to depend on you, Otis Allen. If you can't save money over there, if you can save money over there, you'll be able to save it over here. But if you haven't developed a habit of savings over there, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it over here? A lot of us are able to save money by default because it's cheaper here than it is in your country. There's no $200 rent in Louisville, Kentucky. If it is, you're in a boarding house, really. You get a room and you can't even get that for $200 a month. You're in the room with 3 other guys. I forget what they're not called, but recovery houses is what they're popping up all over Louisville. But I think they're like $80 a week. So that would be what, $320 per month. And these are shitholes. I'm just being nice. So that's where you start getting the free money, see? And people say, well, what are you talking about, Cal? You can't get free money. Yeah, when you get off the plane and you relocate to the Philippines, you're going to get free money. My rent in America was $900 per month. It was going up to $940 if I would have re-upped my lease. When I came to the Philippines, and I'll just keep it on me and Merlin, the house that we had before we built this house, the rent was 8,500 pesos per month for a nice, real modern apartment. So it was about $160 at that time. It will be less now with the dollar being 55.56. That's where you're going to get the free money. Now, it doesn't mean because you got it, go and spend it. It means you save that. You're going to save with rent. You're going to save on services. And what else are you going to save on? Somebody made a great point on one of my live streams. He said you save on, because that's all I told, and food. Because that's really all I need. Yeah, but the property taxes over here are cheap. We only paid $1,700 a year because we've done it twice. I think this year was a little bit more. It was about 2,000 pesos for the whole year, because I don't know how they figure the taxes. And then remember, I don't know, even though I paid $1 million pesos for this house, I don't really know the value that the engineer placed on it when he filed it in the city hall. Yeah, that's my other son. I've got 2 sons. One is 13 and one is 11. One lives in Raleigh and one lives in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, the one in Raleigh, see, he lived his whole life in the Philippines. He would come back here, but he's adjusting well over there. It's his brother that kind of having problems because they grew up here in the Philippines. Now all of a sudden in March it'll be 2 years. They'll be in America, and it's like culture shock for them. And the brother's in high school, he's in junior high. Imagine, and your English isn't all what it's supposed to be. You know how we do over that. Well, see, you're taking the words right out of my mouth. See, one of the things I'm going to do for my Christmas present, but it's going to be later on down the line, I'm going to get real good equipment because I'm going to make a documentary. Okay. I was watching a documentary last night on the jail here in Manila. It was only built for 1,000 people. Now over 8,000 in the jail. I mean, it just, the video's like 4 months old. It was real interesting. Yeah, it is something I've considered, and I'm going to do it because you see me, look, guys, I've been raw my whole time, right? But I want to take it up a notch in 2024 and want to make my live streams. It's not going to be a different information. Still going to be me, but it's just going to be a little bit more professional. Maybe I've got the microphone. Okay, maybe I'm going to have my studio over here in the guest house. Y'all deserve that. I'm still going to be the same me. I'm not going to change. Yeah, but see, right now, it's not a decision I can make. I want to let the court make it, and I want him to be happy. See, that would be the only thing that would keep me over there. And then I would just have to bring Merle and them over there. Because we've already established our relationship. It would be nothing to, to file out the K1 or whatever it is to get Maryland over there and Booby and everybody. It's not, it's not a difficult decision if you ever want. Well, I mean, it's not a difficult process. It is a difficult decision. It's not a difficult process to bring somebody over to America, the visa process. As long as you can prove it's a legitimate relationship. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, Facebook is so limited. Yeah, he said, yeah, I changed my channel. I'm not really a blogger. It's just to show my family and friends that what I'm doing in the Philippines. Yeah. But yeah, I remember you now. Yeah, I remember you. He said a lot of families stay in hotels in America. See, I don't want to do that. If I were forced to stay in America, I'd have to go back to work. I just put that suit back on, but I'd have to buy all suits because I gave all that stuff away when I retired. But I could go back to work Monday morning like I didn't miss a beat. I'd have to come up on the new rules and regulations because they change every year in that Medicare Advantage. But I'd go, first thing I would do would go see that 20% of my clients that are going to stick with Calvin no matter what. And see, that would give me a big jump. I mean, that would give me a nice old piece of money to get started. And then we just sell this house and lot and the guest house. And that would give us a cushion when we come over there. So, real estate can be wealth in the right situation. See, over here, real estate is wealth because the prices always go up. They never go down, no matter what. So, as long as this is creating money, then it's wealth. Cisco International says, I put $2,200 a month into a 457 in California. It drives me crazy when people say you can barely save in the USA. Get a better job, homeboy. Yeah, and more discipline, more self-discipline. Self-discipline is just giving yourself instructions and then following the instructions. Most of us can't invest, Cisco, because we don't have the patience. I was just reading a book on Warren Beatty. And, he got mad at his wife was spending $15,000 for new furniture in their house. He was telling one of his golf buddies, he said, do you know what that is? Compound interest. You know how much money that is with compound interest over 20 years? That's how he thinks. See, everybody doesn't think like that. If I got $15,000, I'm not going to have it to put somewhere where it can just sit for 20 years and get that compound interest. People like you are smart. He says, ever since I moved here to the Philippines, I've been happier. No more nonsense and craziness. See, you're getting somewhere. That's what I'm saying about too much of a good thing can never get old, guys. I'm going to tell you, when you live over here in the Philippines, people are ashamed to tell you how good they got it because they feel embarrassed. Because you hear all this negative stuff and you're thinking, oh, you're in the Philippines, you're not that happy. Foolishness. No, it's happy. I'm happy for real. And just like beauty's in the eye of the beholder, happiness is in the heart of the beholder, man. If you say you're happy, who am I to tell you you're not? If you say I'm living my best life over here, Calvin, who am I to say that you're not? Let me give you another example. Because over there, we're supposed to be so civil and we're supposed to be the most educated people. But the minute you say sex, people in America lose their mind, right? I like to have sex. I actually love sex. And I'm not an addict. Okay, because I'm human. I know what being an addict is. Okay, and I'm not chasing something over here. And it's not taking away from my life. It's adding to my life, see, because I was an addict for many years. But when you've got an attractive younger woman who loves sex just as much as you, see, that never gets old. It never gets old, guys. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Some people aren't going to tell you that. You're going to say, oh, it's too much information. It's not. We're grown, man. It's natural. I would rather be having it when I want it, because there's nothing worse than walking around with a boner and you can't get anything. Okay? Or you wake up in the morning and there it is, and you're frustrated again and you gotta, beat yourself to death. See, I don't have that problem over here. That never gets old. And see, my woman works out, man. She's got a beautiful body, a perfect body as far as I'm concerned. That never gets old for me, man. What are you talking about? We were just talking about on the last live stream how men struggle over that once they get a certain age. Because they tell the society over there tells us to sit your ass down, Paul. You ain't supposed to be getting a hard on. You ain't supposed to be wanting any intimacy or getting it on with some woman. And they struggle over there. They suffer. They ignore. They throw in the garbage can. But over here, it's not the case. It's not the case with me. And it makes life really, really good. Because there's no worse feeling than that. You can feel it in your bones, man. When you want a woman, you can't have her. Or there's no woman to have. So, I don't back away from that kind of stuff. I've been removed 5 years from the Matrix. I'm different, man. I've changed. I'm not the same man I was when I came over here. And that's the only thing that worries me. What am I going back to? What type of acceptance am I going to get when I get back? How long is it going to be? We got so much going on over there, so many distractions, and they'll be happy to see you for about a week or so, and then it's time to go. And if I've got my business taken care of, then I'll leave. But I know this divorce thing is going to be a little bit more complicated because he's got to have time to serve the other party. In the state of Kentucky, you have 20 business days once the paper's in her hand to respond. If you don't, they grant you the divorce. Robert Dame says, I brought back a guitar made in the Philippines on the airlines, and they never charged me anything extra. Now, would that be part of a carry-on? Jeffrey Allen says, I watched that documentary about the Manila prison Friday night myself. What a coincidence. I'm a 17-year corrections officer in Virginia. Yeah, it was very interesting to me. The living conditions. So you can know, Jeffrey, as bad as it is, in any jail, it's all mental, but imagine the jails in America. The jails over here make the jails in America look like a penthouse. I mean, just inhospitable conditions. In this particular little space, dorm, if you want to call it, really was just an old-timey cell. 90 people with one toilet. Think about that. Let that sink in. You don't want to get in trouble over here. But they did have a unit specifically for old people and foreigners that had a little bit more space, but they never showed inside that. I don't think. But yeah, from jail here to jail over there, it's a big deal, especially, penitentiary. I've never been to penitentiary, but I went to visit my brother in penitentiary. And they get good food 3 times a day. This guy, his first meal was rice soup and 2 boiled eggs. Mumble McDowell said you could just do a compilation and insert new content if necessary. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, it's going down, which is good for us. It's good for us, Otis Allen. You're talking about saving money. He said, RLVRV said the Philippine November inflation 4.1 from October 4.9. Now, RVRV, you can probably remember on some of the live streams you were giving us this same information before John died. Right after the pandemic, man, it was like 8%. High 7s, 8%. Now you're looking at, it's almost normal again. He said, my wife is from Pampanga. She's living with me. I will eventually retire, hopefully to either San Fernando or New Clark City within the next couple of years. When I was up there, they were raving about that New Clark City. A friend of mine from Georgia, he lives in San Fernando. This guy, he did it the right way. I don't know if y'all know or not, but if you're married to a Filipina and you want to ship your stuff from the U.S. over in containers, you get a break, a big break on customs. He shipped everything. So he's got real furniture over here, all his weights and everything over here. He's got a regular size bed. He said the only problem was getting it into the rooms, getting it inside the rooms. Leonard Washington said it's good that you do that so they can visit the United States, but at least you still got your home in the Philippines. Well, if they were to come over to America, we would probably sell this just to have a cushion over there because it's so expensive. But I don't know. It just would depend on how long it would take that process. If it took what it normally takes, like 9 to 12 months, that would give me enough time to set things up for them. But who wants to be away from your woman from 9 to 12 months? I mean, it's tough just being away for one night for me. I've just gotten used to that. I mean, even if it's not the sex, just being next to a soft, warm body, man. And then you're not. But I'm not trying to be some he-man over there and I don't need a woman. And you got all this crazy stuff on YouTube, semen retention and all that. I don't know what they're trying to prove over there. I mean, yeah, it's very important that you just don't give your seed to anybody, but that's what condoms and stuff is for. I mean, I'm not going to deny myself something like that. It's just like trying to hold your breath for as long as you can over and over. What's the point of that? sex is just as natural as breathing. But because of all this religious rhetoric and everything, everybody thinks Jesus is looking in the window and all that. I'm pretty sure that if you could read between the lines, which in the Bible, it's what my father told me. They only talk about the last week of Jesus's life. That's the only thing they really talk about. But I'm pretty sure he used the bathroom if he ever lived, and I'm pretty sure he had a woman as popular as he was. He probably had all the sex he could handle. But if you start talking about sex, oh, you some kind of weirdo, you're some type of addict. When no marriage is going to be kept together without sex, unless you both you grew old together. Robert Dane says, metaphorically speaking, if someone took my gold coin and replaced it with a priceless diamond, I wouldn't complain. That's how I see the Philippines. Yeah, you're in a no-lose situation, really. Okay, if it don't work out, go back home and resume your life there. But try to tap all your loose ends there, guys, before you come over here. You can't live in two places at once. That's what I'm doing now. I got a lot of sleepless nights, man. Hey, good morning, K. Philly says our Philippines friendly. Absolutely. They're very friendly, very approachable, almost too friendly. It gives people the wrong impression. Every woman over here doesn't like you, but it would seem like it because they're so nice. They're always smiling. But it doesn't mean they like you. It doesn't mean they want you and they want to marry you. But yeah, they're very friendly. Filipino people, they have a friendly disposition. Joe Wilkins said, Calvin, I'm a retired 66-year-old. Retirement for me is freedom after working for 42 years. I wish my American wife would consider moving to the Philippines, a new and wonderful part of this big world. Yeah, a lot of men, Gerald, believe it or not, a lot of couples are moving here. See, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know why two traveling expats, they had something so good. It was so new, so fresh. It was a couple. It was a black couple. They had been married for a long time. They both were retired, and they moved over here together. And I'm like, wow, I mean, and they still have a good marriage and everything like that. Imagine that. Now you got two incomes, not one. You got your intimacy. You got your conversation. You got your traveling buddy. It's all there, Joe Wilkins. I mean, they were going to show a side of retirement that you very seldom see. But I've got I kind of, people on here are stupid. And they probably figure we don't need this mess. Somebody may have got up in their comments or something, like people do on their live stream or something, and said something ignorant and ran them off, because I don't blame them. People don't come over here for that. But a lot of people are doing. There's a gentleman, I consider him a friend now. He's from Ghana. He's an American citizen. He's from Ghana. He brought his wife over here. They're living happily over here. And I seen a couple in the Save More yesterday, an older white couple, but I think they're married, but I think they're missionaries because they had on the clothes and they had the badge. But they're over here. He said, damn, Cal, you would consider getting back on the hamster wheel. I wouldn't have no choice, Frank, if I moved back to America. I mean, $2,500 a month is not going to even take care of me over there, let alone a whole family. What are you saying? What are you talking about? I gave you the answer. I said they're friendly. They're almost too friendly. Oh, okay. Cam, he said, thank you. It says, I went home in September, and you're going to see real quickly that you're in the right place right now. Yes, I need to be reminded. See, that's what I need to do. I need to be reminded that I made the right decision, and why I even made the right decision. I mean, the reason I even made the decision to begin with. But let's go over this real quick before I get off of here. Too much of a good thing never gets old, guys. Trust me. Is life really this good here? As street cred, he'll tell you. It all depends on who you talk to. There's thousands of people over here that would tell you, in the short answer is yes. Because the Philippines, in my opinion, is a cheat code to happiness for a lot of people. It was to me, man. My life was miserable over there. It become miserable. I come over here and it's like, I don't know, like somebody hit me over the head with a magic wand. Now all of a sudden, I'm living a life that I only used to dream about. It is a cheat code, but what's your definition of a good life? Some people, give me a good book, leave me alone, give me a fishing pole or whatever, and that's a good life to them. But I've been here on and off for about 15 years, and it's never gotten old. I've never gotten bored over here. It's too much to do. It all came together for me over here. I met so many people over here who told me, my buddy Cornelius Mack, he said, they don't have to worry about, he said, they're going to bury my black ass over here. I'm never going back to America. You hear that word never a whole lot over here. They say, I'm never going back because they found something over here. What happened to them? I don't know. Was it a change of environment? Was it love? Was it lust? What was it? I don't know, but something happened. He said eventually the young get old. Yeah, but I mean, you only have right now. Okay, eventually, he said eventually the young get old. Yeah, but right now, she's young. She's a lot younger than me. And, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. He said hilarious at the same time. Yeah, sometimes I am. Sometimes you can't take yourself too serious, but Mama Mac Dow said different breeds over there, sir. Eastern Hemisphere mindset. Yeah, we're in a whole different culture. We're on the other side of the planet. And did y'all go and watch the video, The Shady Side of Paradise? It's really good. It's a really good documentary about the sex trade over in Thailand, because these guys tried to bring that Western mindset over there, and the guy put them in their place. Said, "Man, it's a Western thinking. They don't think like that over here. It means something totally different over here than it does over there. Don't bring that stuff over here." He said, "Without us coming over here, people would starve." He's talking about Thailand, but it's the same over here. There's no need for you to feel guilty when you want to date a 25 or 30-year-old woman and you 65 or 70. You can handle it. Those people are going to look at you only much until they're past you. Then once they walk past you, they're going to be thinking about more important things. They're not going to worry about what you and that woman doing in the bedroom. I'm just telling you facts, but go and watch that video because it makes a lot of sense. It's the same over here. These women, man, are not victims. They know what they're doing. Most of the time, we're being invited over here as guests to these women. If not, if one hand washes the other. I threw that out about fair exchange and all that. Who cares? Hey, CJ, what's going on? He says, hey, Cal, I remember you told me to try the Philippines to rejuvenate. That was a great idea. I'm getting to a point where I'm being rejuvenated. I know you are. I'm certainly rejuvenated. I'm not just on here yapping, guys. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what happened to me. When I came over here, I thought something was wrong with me. When I left the United States in 2009 to come to the Philippines, my equipment wasn't working. I don't know what it was. Was it stress? Was it my wife at the time? We going through a divorce. Maybe she wasn't attractive enough to get my motor running. Whatever it was, I thought it was done for me. I was 45 years old. I said, well, maybe this is the time when you start having those problems. Nope. Very first night I got over here, and that woman met me at the airport. It's been on ever since. I've been rejuvenated. But yeah, he's got a good channel in the heart of the Philippines with CJ. Now he's up there in Dumaguete. No, not Dumaguete. I'm sorry. Manila. He's in the heart of Manila. Jungle Man Space Cowboy, he'll tell you, he looks pretty happy. He came to my meet and greet. He looks pretty damn happy up there in Angeles City with a beautiful young woman sitting next to him. Not a care in the world, drinking a cold San Miguel Light, eating a nice burger or whatever it was. Are you happy up there, man? He says, Joseph, he came to the meet and greet. He said, I went back in April and it was really chilly. It's going to be chilly, guys. Yeah, he said, I hope you don't start biting your nails again. Me too. I won't be there that long to do that. 11 of them, sing 11. What's that mean? So Calvin, how do you have such a great singing voice? Were you in a choir or band? When will you sing for us again? I just be over here messing around. I think we all, I grew up in an era of great music, and we used to sing along with the radio. That's all that is. And I think everybody has their key. If you just find the right key and sing in that key and sing the right songs, you're going to be straight. That's all that is, man. I don't practice. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm just over here having fun. No, absolutely not. He said, yeah, sit down, Paul. That's what they tell us over there, Mike. We're not supposed to, men are afraid to have a damn hard on over there in the nursing home and the damn warehouse, where they warehouse us over there once you get a certain age, because I don't know. I've never talked to a woman. I'd like to get Elliot. Me and Elliot, we're thinking about having a podcast together. He said, she said. Because Elliot's got a lot of knowledge. She's opinionated, and she's got a lot of personality that we could bounce off each other. And I just want to kind of talk to her about how older women view sex. Because one time she said, that's the reason I'm single, because I don't want to be on my back all the time. Well, see, that wouldn't work for me. Okay? Because if you're laying next to me and I wake up and he's up too, something's got to give. You're either going to be the throat goat or something. And I'm not talking about you, Elliot. What, booby? What? Here. What are you doing in there sweating? What are you doing? Where's everybody? Look at her. She's sweating. Go in there and see her and take a shower. She's been running around. Hey, thank you, Jungle Man. He said, you speaking good, Cal. Never had sex 2 to 3 times a day. My woman works out as well. I've been taking that beetroot. It does work. Yeah, I never, I'm going to tell you, I used to have sex at night with my American wife. That was it. Now it's anytime, anywhere, anyhow, anyway, and I'm not ashamed about it. Colin B said, Cal, I know you're a strong person. You will survive the Matrix again. You'll be back. It's going to make me appreciate the Philippines even more. He said, American jails are Ramada Inns compared to the Philippines. It is. Oh, the winner? Okay, hold on, guys. That's the winner from the spin wheel last night. Okay. Come Come here, Sophia. Hi. Wait, guys, I gotta take him his 1,000 and take his picture and put it on my Facebook page. Tell him to come in. Where is he? That's the winner. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. That's our winner from the spin wheel last night. I didn't know what time he was going to show up. Yeah, they consider you dead over there, Frank. When you get that, yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to do something, you laying next to me. And that's why I like over here. Women don't have a problem. See, my next video, I'm going to be talking about something like that. I'm not going to give it up while I'm going to talk to you. It's going to be interesting stuff from now on. I'm not holding back anymore. Hey, W Sequence of Success, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, this BS, having a great singing voice isn't natural for most. Well, I'm just saying, I said, everybody, like a song like that, right? It's not like I had to sing like Teddy Pendergrass or Luther or anything. It's just really like was like a straight through same note with that Elton John song. I added a little bit to it, but you know, it's nothing really. I'm saying, but that's funny, man. You say that. Have you eaten anything? Have you eaten anything exotic over there yet? Mr. Lee took me to a place, and I posted it on there. It was all in Thai language, but it was like a after hours family place where everybody goes, and the food was delicious, but I had never seen any of that stuff. One of it was, I know one meal was, it was shells, like oysters in scrambled eggs, man. It was delicious. And some type of soup, fish soup that was, it was spicy, and it was like, we had like a 6-course meal. It didn't even cost $20. Carl Boss 83 says, how do you become a member? You should see that join symbol under my videos, Carl. Just click on that. Thank you for your consideration. Merry Christmas. Man, Christmas been going on since September over here. Oh, okay, here it is. Right here they are, right here. It said 2 traveling expats now. They had about as unique of a challenge you ever gonna see about retirement on YouTube. They really had something going. He said, we was thinking about staying on that island you were at for a month or so. We have to catch up with you when you get back from America. Okay, yeah. You're talking about Sikihor. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's some places, if you let me know when you're going to go. Now, this place that I know, she's got like 3 rooms right on the beach. I'm talking about directly on the beach. They're nothing fancy, though, but they do have aircon, and they're clean and safe. I could give you the information if you want to just go there a month, because it's I think her rooms are anywhere from 12,500 pesos to 18,000 for the whole month. There's no deposit, but like I said, it's nothing fancy. But you can fancy it up if you want to. You'll like it there. Yeah, he says, great decision on Angeles City. For Robert Dame, yes. Steven says, hey, Calvin, retired military, 36, black from USA. Moving to the Philippines in February, Cebu City. Going to take it slow and hopefully meet a good woman. A lot of my subscribers are younger guys. They live in Solanea condo unit right across Mayala Mall. It's really nice place. And then Michael Beach of Life knows another place up the street where he was staying. It was nice. He said, laugh out loud, she can be on top then. Yeah, but Elliot said, I'm not going to be on my back all the time. And, but I'm not talking about you, Elliot, when I was talking about the throat goat. But, I mean, as a man, speaking as a man, 60 years old, still has his faculties, right? You have to understand that we have needs too. And that's the thing about in America, you got to negotiate with the woman. It's like, well, I thought that's part of being married. What are we negotiating? But you got to sign a contract and all that over there. Yeah, just Rodney says, hey, Cal, I've been trying to become a member too, and I can't find it. Yeah, just you'll see it. If you look at any of my videos, right below it, you'll see like join, share, and different things like that. Just click on that. Thanks for your consideration. He said, how much does it cost for Leah? Honestly, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's not too expensive. Remember, your value for your dollar, it's a lot better in Thailand than it is here. That's the truth. Okay, I will say that. He said, Cal, how much does it cost for Mr. Lee to get picked up at the airport near Bangkok? Can I have his info? Yeah, I'll give you, put my email up there, guys, before I get off of here. Send me an email and I'll send you his card. I did a screenshot of his card, but he's the best. You're not gonna, he's got a new van now and everything. He's really good. Because remember, Bangkok, the airport is not in Bangkok. It's far. It's probably about 25 or 30 kilometers away. It took us a long time to get to Bangkok from the airport. Two traveling experts said, yeah, we were hoping to meet you in Maryland for lunch or dinner on us. We would let you know. Okay, yeah. They said, thanks for the compliment. No, it's true. A lot of people, you see the guy, Gerald Wilkins, he says, I'm talking to my wife, trying to convince her to move there. But it's more and more couples that are coming over here because, I mean, you eliminate a whole lot of the potential problems when you bring your mate with you over to a place like the Philippines. Yeah, 4.4 million so far as of November for the Philippines. Yeah, that's still about half of what it was when it was at its peak. It was 8.2 million in 2019, but it's coming. Hey, thanks, Alan. He said, what's the routine? That's just genes, man. Ain't nothing I do. You know, like I said, having sex all the time is good for your skin. Hey, what's up, Clinton? When you coming back? But yeah, street cred, I'll get that to you. But thank y'all, everybody. I got to get off of here for all your super chats, super stickers, your thumbs up, your membership, guys. I don't take this stuff for granted. I've got a good one coming for my members. And then I've got a good one coming for my regular YouTube audience. I'm turning up the heat until I leave for the States. Because when I get back to the States, I'm taking the gloves off. When I get to the States. You talking about, you think it's going to get a lot nittier and a lot grittier because I'm protected over there. I'm not protected here. Okay? But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Thank you, guys. We did reach our goal. And anybody who contributed, if you want the receipts, I'll show you. We have $1,011 exactly. We're going to spin that wheel 10 times, December 22nd. And 10 of our lucky Filipino subscribers are going to win 5,000 pesos each. We call that the Christmas to remember, man. Times is tough over here for a lot of people. He says, hey, Cal, what's your favorite area of the Philippines? I'm honestly going to tell you, Siquijor Island, really, but so many. You can't pin it down. I love the beach. I got to be somewhere near the water. Okay? But I love Siquijor. It's got everything there. It's right across from Dumaguete if you ever get the itch, you want to go out and everything like that. He says, Elliot really doesn't have to be on her back. Yeah. Don't pick on Elliot. That's my partner. And she'll let you have it. That's why I want to do a podcast with her because Elliot ain't no joke, man. Elliot's got a lot of potential, really. I've had her on my panel before. She speaks her mind, and that's what I like. I like somebody who's going to speak their mind, that's not afraid. Because I saw something that said, we need to start telling people how we really feel. Otherwise, they're not going to know. It says to communicate. It said that's communication. And that's real. If you don't tell people how you really feel, they're never going to know, guys. He said, Cal, you're always doing something for the people. I feel compelled to, Craig. I'm living in a country where 2/3 of the people are earning less than $2 a day, really. It's hard to see in St. Carlos City because a lot of middle-class people live here. But it's really there, man. I can't live my best life and close by people are struggling. So, yeah, it's the least I can do, really. The least we can do, because I can't do this by myself. He said, are you coming through Vegas? Man, I'm going to be honest with you, Cliff. No, because I'm a compulsive gambler. I haven't gambled in over 5 years. And I know if I come to Vegas, I'm going to gamble. I'm sorry, I am. But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Wait, I'm ready to get off here without playing my damn theme song. I'm one of the only guys who's got a damn theme song. I'm glad that the guy relented and said I could play it again. I mean, he never told me not to, but he said every time I play it, give his girlfriend over here $1.
The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, Street Creed, here's my email. I'll give you Mr. Lee's information because Jeffrey Tatter hooked me up with him. He's their guy in Thailand. And he's the best. I promise you. He's funny. Now he uses his phone. He can't speak a bit of English and you can't speak a bit of Thai, but that don't mean anything. That makes it even funnier, guys. Okay, thank y'all. But there it is. Send me an email if you want. Thank you, Gerald.